Smoke and Fluff, a Ladybird book. Mrs. Cat was busy knitting, didn't notice soon enough kittens underneath the table, saucy Smoke and frisky Fluff. Didn't see their little antics with the wool as more and more yards and yards of it were twisted round the table on the floor. But at last she stopped her knitting. Then she rose and gave a pull, said, "Oh dear, what can have happened? Where's my ball of knitting wool?" Smoke and Fluff had softly vanished. Mummy tugged again and frowned, tug, and over went the table with the tea things to the ground. What a sight upon the carpet! Broken china, milk and tea. Off upstairs the kitten scampered, did not dare to stay and see. Here they spied a handy cupboard. Smoke said, "Quick, Fluff, in you go." Quick as lightning in they darted, Fluff above and Smoke below. Then they heard, with hearts a-beating, Mummy's footsteps drawing near. Listened, breathless, as she passed them, peeped to see if all was clear. Mummy vanished round the corner. Out the naughty kittens came, not at all ashamed or sorry, ready for another game. Down the stairs the creeping couple, through the open kitchen door, saw the tarts upon the table, just what they were looking for. In the kitchen, Cook was busy at the oven with her pie. Didn't notice Smoke was peeping with a gleaming, hungry eye. Soft they stole across the kitchen. Smoke was soon upon the bag, passed the tarts to Fluff a tiptoe, but the sack began to sag. Then there was a great disaster. Down went sack and kittens all, burst the sack and clouds of flour scattered round them in their fall. Startled at the sudden noises, Cook could only stand and stare at the fleeing kittens, but did not recognise the guilty pair. When she found the tarts had vanished, Cook was very, very cross, calling in alarm and anger, thinking thieves had caused the loss. Meanwhile, Smoke and Fluff were troubled. Jane was kneeling at the door. Upstairs Mother busy searching, Cook behind, and Jane before. Then the kittens acted boldly, made a sudden flying leap. Over Jane and over Bucket, tasty tarts they meant to keep. As the couple scampered past her, Jane was startled, jumped in fright, knocked her water bucket over. Smoke and Fluff shot out of sight. Cook and Jane were in a temper, searched the garden high and low, muttered threats and asked each other, where did those two rascals go? When at last they neared the tool shed, as they hunted through the grounds, "Listen, Cook," said Jane, excited. "Do you hear some funny sounds?" There within they saw the kittens, munching tarts without a care. Winking, Cook exclaimed quite loudly, Now we've caught the naughty pair. Smoke and Fluff at last were frightened, dropped the tarts and leapt again, this time making for the window, one more to escape in vain. Smoke was halfway through the window, little dreaming who was there, till he saw that Cook was waiting, in her eye a steely glare. Caught at last, the little rascals filled the air with sorry cries. "We're not burglars," wailed the kittens as they sadly rubbed their eyes. Safe at home when Jane had scrubbed them, and she scrubbed them hard enough, for they had been very naughty. Shamed at last were Smoke and Fluff. But their mother soon forgave them, understood their point of view, for, like other people's children, kittens will be kittens too.